Hi guys, welcome to Digit.in. My name is Sushant and I'm here with somebody very special today. Yes, we're with Madhav Sheth, VP of Realme, and he's going to be taking us through all that Realme is going to be doing this year. He's going to be talking about what happened last year and the new GT series phones from Realme. So Madhav, I'll start with the first question. Let's just rewind and talk about 2021. How was 2021 for you and what are the learnings that you have from that year?
I think 2021, the biggest learning was about how a brand can be more agile towards the market demand. I think that's going to be one of the biggest things because we took a lot of decisions. It's really paid us, and I think that's the reason it paid us for our growth as well. We moved to Unisoc chipsets for our C series. We brought GT series. We brought a lot of differentiation with our mid-ranger phones. I think a lot of these particular factors gave us a growth in the last year. We continue to build on the one particular fundamental pillar, which that basically the performance should never be compromised. And Realme at that point of time made sure that even though there was a shortfall of chipsets, we never compromised on performance at the same time designs in any of our phones. As well as our qualities have always been uncompromised. Our return rates have always been less than 0.5% and will continue to sustain on that particular part. And I think that's one of the reasons Realme has been growing fast.
That's actually a very good point. So when you talk about your return rates and when you talk about how the 2021 was, how about we talk about what you guys are doing when it comes to making Realme go very big on the premium segment of the market this year? So 2020 is going to be all about that. Tell us more about that and what are your plans for expansion in the premium high-end segments?
Realme, first of all, is a full-fledged brand, starting from C series, which is an entry-level smartphones, going up to number series, which are mid-ranger phones. Then go to GT series. So these are the three series line which we carry on. GT series is one of the biggest, I think, dare to reap which we have done over the past year, being one of the youngest brand in the industry, stating that basically we want to go premium. But premium, the definition of the premium we want to change. Premium should not be only considered through a logo behind the phones. Premium should also be considered through the innovations and the disruptions it brings inside the phone. Am I able to bring a lot of new innovations in that particular price segment? I think that defines a particular premiumness. Premiumness is never defined by a price segment which the people have a perception about. Premiumness is defined by the differentiations or the innovations it brings at that particular price segment. And I think that's where you have a premium. Because why you are premium? Because you are unique, which your phone or every phone has, but maybe your phone does not have it. So I think, or your phone has it, or no other phone does not. Other phone does not have it. How can I differentiate myself from others? And that's where the premiumness lies. So bringing that uniqueness point on terms of innovation, I think that's going to be the biggest factor.
So you talk about innovation. So this segment itself is very fiercely fought, right? You talk about innovation. What, like in terms of innovation, are you looking at bringing in this year? Something that we can see on your upcoming phones, maybe.
I would not maybe able to name the technology exactly, but one thing what I can definitely say: any innovations, whatever we do, we want to make sure it is usable, it is practical, at the same time it is affordable. Because there's no point of having any innovations with any of these three tick marks.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason the innovation has to be extremely useful. Am I able to bring the innovation and helping you to reduce your day-to-day costs? Is it able to help you to do your multifunction tasks? Is it able to reduce your day-to-day code in some other ways? That's what the innovation is all about.
Okay, so let's move on to the newer devices that you guys are launching. So GT2 Pro, the Neo 3. What's the inspiration behind these devices? What's the idea behind bringing them to the masses now?
The idea behind is that basically there are two ideas, to be honest. So when we are going premium, there are two ideas behind it. That first of all, now we are the brand which is also making sure that how can we give back to the society what we have taken it back. It's not just about doing business. So with GT2 Pro, we started with our first phone with a back panel with a with a 00 target, where the carbon emissions we have a target of 00 by 2025. And how can we help sure that basically even the environment is sustainable? How can consumers just buying the phone contribute towards the environment? So, a lot of thought process behind going premium.
Hmm.
It's not just about innovations, but how can I bring a differentiation to the society also while I'm going premium. Bringing the latest tech innovations in terms of camera, displays, performance, at the same time, how can I make sure that basically even the nature has been answered?
Yeah.
That's how it is.
So when you talk about what your idea is, and I'm sure that there is enough data with the company to corroborate what is happening and what the customers want. So could you give us an insight on what the customers are really looking for from Realme phones these days? I know Go Premium is an idea that a lot of Realme fans want the company to do, bring in more premium phones. But what else is the average Realme fan, average Realme user looking for?
Go Premium is just one of the strategy, but I think what we'll continue to do is not every Realme fan, but every Realme fan would love to have a Realme devices for the entire family. So we have to make sure that basically maybe a C series or number series, how can we bring a differentiation in terms of performance and designs? And that's going to be the key fundamental pillar for Realme in every phone we design. Now, if you look at C35, in terms of performance of designs, people have really loved it. It's a new C series phone. 9 Pro Plus is a complete differentiation phone, bringing OIS cameras into that particular price point. Because people have never seen OIS into a mid-ranges. We have brought OIS into mid-ranges. So this is how we are trying to bring innovations and differentiations into different price points.
Okay. So
it's not only just about premium phones, also into mid-ranges, how can we bring differentiations? So C series would be entry-level smartphones, fulfilling all the aspirations of a consumers for maybe at that particular price point, maybe a gaming or maybe a day-to-day performance phone. Mid-ranges we'll try to bring differentiations, and premium we'll always try to bring innovations.
So one last question that I think a lot of our users would also want to know. So, I mean, what are your growth plans for the next few quarters? And also, like when you talk about the Neo 3, what are the company's expansion plans beyond this year also? What can we expect something like from next year from the company?
I think we are a product-driven company. What we want to do is to make sure we create a complete ecosystem of the products, where we believe that everything around us which is conventional will move to smart. So our 1 plus 5 plus C strategy, hence we are moving very strongly towards that particular point. One which is a smartphone which will be controlling the entire hub as a hub, and 5 would be our laptop, tablets, audios, wearables, and TVs. And how can we bring other tech-like products also into this ecosystem and make sure it's all connected through one hub, which is the smartphone. So we want to make sure what we have done in smartphone, we try to bring into other ecosystem of the products also at the same point of time.
So guys, that was Madhav. He was gracious enough to give us a lot of his time. So I know that you must be very busy. But Madhav, could you just say a quick bye to our fans and like our viewers and just...
Very happy to be here and thank you very much. And I'm not so busy, but in fact, I'm more than happy to stay connected with you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madhav. Thanks for your time.